and this here may be tough to you. Snack cake to me, yeah, more hostess. This been overdue forever. Asked me when it was dropping, said never. Should've made you cut the feta, but I designed it Freemason Margiela.
What's good, Shellitronnn here, the most woke, no joking. I'm back with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ever since the very second that clock hit triple zeros in that game between the Panthers and the Saints, ever since the moment that I pressed upload and my video went live on YouTube, I've been seeing comments and DMs and tweets and posts non-stop about this one topic and really just this one question that literally just about every single Panthers fan is asking. Even the fans who are kind of okay with the outcome, they're still asking this one question, and that is, should the Panthers have actually tried to lose to the New Orleans Saints? And if you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know how I felt about how the season was going, how I felt about, keeping Cam in for so long, how I felt about how the defense was playing, and it's the team in general and the direction we were going. And I said about 3 or 4 weeks ago, it's time to let Cam rest. Let him heal his shoulder up because he's not going to get any better. And it only hurts him more in the long run for the future to keep him in the games, keep him getting hit, keep him having to use that shoulder that's obviously hurt. But in the same vein, I don't really like the idea of tanking in the NFL. So it was more like a let Cam rest, like keep your franchise quarterback healthy. We're going to lose the games either way because it really wasn't 100% on Cam. The last couple, I would say, were on Cam, but that goes back to him being injured, and that goes back to why was he even in the games to begin with? So there's a little bit more that goes into the losses than just, oh, Cam was bad and it's all Cam's fault. We have to also consider other factors in the game, like if some positions play a little bit better, we wouldn't have to depend on Cam so much, particularly the defense sometimes, but also seeing just how well Taylor Heinicke was playing and how well even Josh Allen was playing, we really could have gone to QB2 a while ago because I think Norv's system works really, really well for plug-and-play quarterbacks. You can put anyone in there, and they can play decently well. We have some really good weapons on our offense. I'll get to that in another video, probably later on in the week, talking about Norv Turner's offense and how it's such a big difference. And we can see much better positivity out of our O with him running the ship. But I want to get back to this idea about should the Panthers have lost to the Saints last night. My question is, how? Did you watch that game? If you watched that game between the Panthers and the Saints, tell me what the team was supposed to do to lose to the Saints. Let me paint a picture for you real quick. It's the Saints' backups for the most part, right? We all know that Michael Thomas stayed in the game till the middle of the fourth quarter so he can get his stats. But that's not on the Saints or Michael Thomas. That goes back to Teddy Bridgewater, who couldn't get this man, what was it, 30 yards, 24, 27 yards to get the record for him earlier on in the game. It's really hard to lose to a team that's begging you to win. The Saints scored 14 points mad late. It was 23-0 at half. Teddy Bridgewater could literally do nothing. And I mean nothing. The man had 22 pass attempts, only had 118 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception, and the man that picked him off was Colin Jones. I mean, I really can't put this into any simpler terms. And the people who scored touchdowns for us was a rushing touchdown from Kyle Allen, our third-string quarterback who got pulled up from the practice squad 2 weeks ago. Curtis Samuel, a semi-injury-prone young player who didn't play the first 3 games of the season, didn't really have an impact in, I think, the 5th game. I don't think he got a target or a catch, obviously, in the 5th game of the season, but hasn't really put up big numbers, just under 500 yards for the full season. Not a bad showing from him. Not really a big threat that your defensive coordinator spends a lot of time scheming around when you face the Panthers. Cameron Artis-Payne scored a touchdown. A man who, before this game against the Saints, had 5 total rush attempts on the season. And then Ian Thomas, a 4th-round rookie tight end, filling in for Greg Olsen, who's really only come on in the last few, maybe 3-4 weeks so far. Those are the people who scored touchdowns for the Panthers. It wasn't our starters. It wasn't Christian McCaffrey. It wasn't DJ Moore scoring touchdowns. These were backups as well. What do you do when you're playing a team that is basically handing you the win? Look, I like Teddy Bridgewater. I liked him a lot in Minnesota. He had a lot of help there on the Vikings back in those days when he was playing really well. But you can't take it away from him. He looked really good. And then his leg got obliterated. And I mean, he met Exodia the Forbidden One. And that monster touched his knee and exploded his whole leg. And I like comeback stories. I think everyone likes comeback stories. But we have to admit, you have Michael Thomas on the field and you're just missing him. 3 full quarters of Michael Thomas. And it's not like the guys on the Saints teams are just bad or horrible players. Like, even their backups are pretty decent. He can, look, 118 yards on 22 attempts is not good from any player in the NFL ever. I'm just not, I wasn't impressed by Teddy Bridgewater. I'm not sure what you would do. What would you say? The O-line wasn't playing good. We had a backup running back. Devin Funchess was inactive. Our number one receiver didn't catch a touchdown. The defense wasn't all that great. Let's not lie about it. Jermaine Carter got the start this game, and the D-line hasn't been playing lights out all season. 2 sacks in this game, but still, who do you sit? Yeah, and we won by 19 points. When a team is begging you to win and is doing all they can to lose, the only way the Panthers could have actually lost this game and got that top 10 pick in the draft would have been to just not show up and just forfeit at 1 p.m. because the Saints had no desire. They really did not even care about putting up points at all in this game. And I think we're all right at number 16. I'll do a video on our draft position and all that kind of stuff. But 16 is a good spot to draft an O-lineman. Having a top 10 draft pick doesn't really change too much about the prospects you're going to get on the O-line. Honestly, just about any position is fair game for the O-line. I don't know who we have on the line right now who is going to be for sure better than a draft pick we get. You can say Darrell Williams, but he did get injured in a contract year, and he is a unrestricted free agent right now, so we're not 100% sure if he's going to be on the team again this year. I'll do a video about what our free agency is looking like with just our team, and I might do actual individualized videos for some players to talk about what we can do to pick them back up, or if we should or not. But I will do a video on all the guys I think have been very impactful for this season and why we should bring them back, and I don't know about the numbers and that kind of stuff. But, I mean, whether we should bring them back for top-of-the-line dollars or whether we should try to get them on a team-friendly deal. Guys like Colin Jones, Eric Reed, I know you have a lot of feelings about those two safeties, but both play what their role is very well, and we will still need another safety alongside those two. That's an aside. I'll get to that later on. The point is, right now, I just don't know what we could have done to secure the top 10 pick against the Saints. I mean, I just still can't get over Teddy Bridgewater playing so bad. I wanted him to do well so bad. He's going to be on the Saints again next year. There's no trade value for him. His one chance to really prove something, I saw him missing passes. He looked good running. His leg looks fine, but he missed some pretty key passes to Michael Thomas. And if you can't pass to a guy who got 1,400 yards on the season, what can I tell you? Well, what can I tell you? It's a hard life. The Saints defense did not want to stop us at all. It looked like the Saints were really trying to lose this game, not just because they didn't need to win, but also because they wanted us to get that worst draft pick. Now, I will mention this. I do not know how we got the worst pick. Of the 4 teams that ended up 79, I'm not sure how exactly we got the worst pick of all those teams. I need someone to help me out with that, because didn't the Falcons have a tiebreaker over us? We got swept by the Falcons. We were both 7-9, but they have an earlier draft pick than us. The Dolphins, I guess that was strength of schedule, but I don't have their schedule in front of me right now, but they played the Patriots twice and they beat them once, right? Who did we beat? Who did we beat? The Bengals? They're not in the playoffs. Who did we beat who were actually like really, really good this season? I'm trying to think right now. Who did we actually beat this season? Off the top of my head, I'm trying to look at the list right now. Who did we beat that actually played well? We beat the Eagles, who had to sneak into the 6th spot in the NFC playoff picture. We beat the Ravens, who had to sneak into the 6th spot, I believe it was, for the AFC playoff picture. Maybe they won the division. I'm not sure. The Ravens aren't looking all that great, though. Who did we beat? Strength of schedule? Let me know. I mean, even the teams we lost to weren't that great either. I mean, I'm actually mind blown. I guess if you have a stronger strength of schedule, you get a better pick. So I have to see who the Falcons played and who the Dolphins played and whatnot. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the committee was looking at there, but off top, we obviously played most of the same teams the Falcons played, but they got to play Green Bay and the Hold up. The Falcons played Green Bay and the Cardinals. Wait. Weren't the Packers 6-8-1? And the Cardinals, Steve Wilkes just got fired. Where did the Cardinals end up? What was the record at the end of the year? Hold up. I'm actually disgusted right now. The Cardinals ended up being 3-13, and somehow the Falcons, who swept us, had a stronger strength of schedule than us. I have to read an article or see exactly what the methodology was there, because I am actually very confused. It's actually very, very mind-blowing now. I did not know this before starting to record this video. I got a few questions for the committee or the mathematicians who fix up and do the draft positions, because the Redskins went 7-9. They beat us. They still have a better draft pick than us. I don't know what the Dolphins' schedule was. Let me look at the schedule real quick. I have to do this right now. It's just like a live reaction right now to this. Titans, Jets, Raiders, Patriots, they lost. Bengals, they lost. Bears is a good team. Bears and Patriots are the only two good teams they played so far. Green Bay, Jets again. Colts is a good team. I'll give them that. They beat the Patriots, so I can't really give them... They beat them by 1. They played the Bills, Vikings, Jags, and Bills? There's no... Explain. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. Look, I gotta find a book, read an article, brush up on my algebra skills or something. I had to find out exactly what the methodology is or what the long division is for determining who gets what draft pick and the order in which tied teams get their draft picks and whatnot. I'm actually appalled. What are your thoughts on this? Should we have lost? Could we have actually lost? What do you suggest we should have done to lose to the Saints in this game? And if you know how draft picks are determined for teams who are tied in record, please let me know in the comments below. I'm actually begging you. Let me know because I'm actually clueless looking at this right now. I'm actually very, very clueless. But as always, you already know to do that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I've been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.